Welcome to Nice and Blunt. I'm Adam Riancho, and today is Thursday, February 12th, 5:15 p.m. We are ready to go. Time for some best ball drafts. We got Pepper Tony in here. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining. Loved your stream with Who Hames earlier today, and hopefully we can get some good content out for everyone today. Let us drop the intro. All right, here we are. So I'm gonna do a big board, and then if we do a third draft, I'll hop in a little board, but that'll be the main vibe today. We'll do two big boards at the minimum. I'm gonna make sure this time I do not get boxed out of the location. I do not want yet another rug pull like last time. So I will pull this up on the phone. That is definitely not gonna have a location error. And I will time it up for y'all. I will give y'all a little countdown, and we will hop in very, very shortly. I'm getting set at the moment. All right. We got it on the phone, and I've got like a 7-ish second delay. So if you want to hit the button right now, I will join in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it should all sync up appropriately. There's two more spots, one more. Draft is starting soon. So you had to be a bit quick to get in. What the fuck? Huh? Oh, here we go. What spot did we get? We got the 5th pick. Albie's in here. I see Nap Ball, PP Punch. And then if I don't recognize you, please let me know. Is Sweetleaf another ladies first in here? Ladies first got to be lurking. That's my guess. Albie snuck in. Welcome, bro. Nice to see you. No idea what I'm doing here. I mean, you'll figure it out, but one pick before me, perhaps that might help me out if you do not know what's going on. But yeah, if you're in here, Peanut Punch, good to see you, my friend. In at the 7. P Punch is sharp drafter, so gonna be mindful of him. But in general, I mean, in a way, almost nobody knows what they're doing at this point. Like, you can have very strong strategies, you can have some bold takes, and then something at the draft, something in free agency just fucking craters your entire strategy. So, in general, everyone's at like a minor disadvantage, and I think luck does play a little bit extra role these days, but not entirely. It definitely helps to know your shit. Pepper Tony, I will say this. Your take on the rookies maybe just crack up, laugh out loud, because I think it's very valid. Like, yeah, maybe we should not put much stock into players that we have no fucking clue what they're gonna do at this point in time. But got to mix some of them in. We do see Jamar Chase go. Would have loved Jamar Chase at the 5, but I'm not gonna go Taylor. I think that's a little overpriced. I'm just gonna take JSN, get the exposure. I've liked my teams with JSN and then like a running back combo right after. But Jamie getting pushed by a seal yet again. Nice to see you. Real fantasy football talk. You're in here. Welcome, bud. Nice to see you again. And welcome to everyone who's joining in. Hit that like button if you can. Much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, but odds are if I'm dropping into a live stream and I'm not subscribed to someone, I'm not usually hitting that button immediately. Let's see how this draft goes before we request some subscriptions. But most likely, I think that's the move, Albie. I think the way the board shakes out, you're not gonna like your running back options too much once you hit the 5th round, and then sometimes these streets get pretty brutal. You might not like it too much even in the late 4th. So given you have an elite anchor receiver, I do like my teams when I invest a little extra in running back rounds 2 and 3, but I don't think it's required. Try something out, see how you like it. But ooh, this is interesting. Achane goes after Hampton and Jeremiah Love at the 14. The team at the bookend there, Team 12, Does not give a shit about Devon Achan's track record. Just thinks, give me the Mike McDaniel running back 100% all day. Interesting. Nick Bach, 23 at the 112. Skips out on Achan. But not the first time we've seen that. I ended up getting CMC Achan in a recent live stream. So maybe that take is gaining some steam. I think I'm not going to try and pass on Achan too much. I understand the Hampton over Achan, but Jeremiah Love over Achan, I'm not sure if I'm ready to go there. This would be an interesting price on McBride if he falls. Damn. Brees at the 19. Shit. I mean, McBride falling 6 picks. Let's go. Oh, is Bindle streaming right now? Welcome, Scott. You know what? I didn't plan it this way, but I've never seen McBride fall to the 20. So let's mix that in. I can understand how Bowers is a better pick, but McBride just crushed so good last year. We'll see. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, Nick Bockley. Okay, that sounds very reminiscent. I've definitely heard that name before. Okay, interesting. Team at the 12. Likes the rookie, loves Hampton, does not like Achan. Interesting. But we'll see how this team goes. I might really regret the McBride pick, but at least for the sake of being different, being unique, that's a very nice price. So I'll scoop it up. I never draft McBride. He needs to fall like this for me to take him. I'm not typically an elite tight end drafter, not in love with the strategy. But last year he fucking crushed and he was going like 5 picks after where he's going right now. So at least now I can ignore tight end for a very long time. But damn, yeah, I got fucking crushed at running back this. Fuck. Maybe I'm gonna hate it, but you know what? Let's do it. Let's get a very unique combo. This is not something I've ever seen before. JSN, McBride, and Nico Collins, and then we'll see what we live with, how we like it in the end. But already I'm feeling very risky. I've taken so many like heavy combo running back teams that like to do this is just so different than what I'm normally taking. So it's different. It's different. Will it work? I'm not so sure. But did I see Trinidad Chambliss got approved for his 6th year of eligibility? He was going to be my cheat code in Dynasty Drafts. I have no idea who Trinidad Chambliss is. I'm not going to lie. But 6th year of eligibility? Damn, what a way to make a living these days. Like, it's crazy, especially if you're like in the NIL. Like, imagine never getting drafted, but like getting paid hundreds of thousands in NIL. I would imagine if you get paid in NIL, though, you're probably going to go to the draft. But that's interesting. 6th year. Didn't like Carson Beck play like, what is it, 7 or 8 years now? What an interesting life to be playing in college football into like your age, like 25 season and later. That's wild. But picture a quarterback who runs 4.45, but actually a good pocket passer who's accurate downfield. Gotcha. Yeah, I have not done enough of my rookie evaluation, so this guy is not on my radar at the moment. But at least I wasn't smashing it like crazy. Kind of like Anthony Richardson, who can complete a pass. Interesting. I mean, I was hyped on Richardson. Boy, this lobby is fucking crushing me with running back. Henderson goes before ETN, and now Scattaboo off the board. Fuck, this might be terrible. I might hate this team when it's all said and done. I think it can still work. I don't want to bury a team 3 rounds in, but this feels risky as fuck. But I'm not the only one. PPM Klob at the 102, also with my similar strategy. Can't go Loveland. We could just go unique, but I'm buying the hype on Zay Flowers. I think he's a good pick. 200 points last year, 1,200 yards, and like when he hits, he fucking crushes. When Flowers has a spike week, he is getting you well over 100 yards, like almost guaranteed. I've never seen this before, but here we go. 2025 game log: 143 and a touchdown, 124, 138 and 2 touchdowns. Like elite games. And then a lot of games here with like 75 yards, 74, 72, 63, 64, 75, 78. And like a lot of that also even came when Lamar went down. Flowers in the 4th feels like a very, very strong pick. You could argue he should be going in the 3rd. But Flowers here at pick 44, I'm comfortable with. But JMO goes to Albie at 45. Not a bad click. Damn, the team at 1 goes quad RB, pineapple 420. Damn. All right, we'll see how this goes. But as if it wasn't obvious, I'm definitely probably locked into running back here. But damn, what an elite wide receiver core with JSN, Nico Collins, and Zay Flowers. At least that is fucking dope. But Javonte goes. Quinshawn already went. Yikes. Loveland off the board. Albie, please. Fucking hell. Yeah, Albie's just saying fuck you. Oh my god. All right, well, this is a clear 0 RB team. Shit, I fucked this up bad. Am I actually going to take Luther Burden? Nah, we're going to go with a... Fuck it. This will be my first Luther Burden team. Unless I effed up the... Yeah, okay. First time ever taking Luther Burden. Albie just killing me with the Swift pick. I thought I would have Swift. Shit, this could be really bad. This could be fucking terrible. In a way, it's amazing, but then the state of the board these days, this might be god awful. But Pepper Tony thinks I'm playing it right. I mean, it's worth a shot. Like the value on McBride and Nico alone was like awesome, and then to get Flowers there just like as a good pick. I really didn't expect Harvey to go to the Pineapple Express team. Like that I think is what really, really kills me. Like I thought it would be pretty safe that there'd be one of those round 5 running backs still on the board, and like my affinity for taking Swift felt like that would be at least like my stopgap. But I really did not think the team on the bookend would grab a 4th running back. That's where I was like, okay, I don't think I'm that screwed, but fuck, this is very, very risky. Yes. The age of players, like look at Braylon Allen. Like as hyped as I was for Braylon Allen, that draft class was bad, but like I did kind of feel like Braylon Allen could crush, but he entered the league at like 20. He was like the youngest player like ever. And he wasn't terrible when healthy last year, but like it has not quite worked out. But that's mostly landing spot. Landing spot is what kills you. Location, location, location. Ultimately a big decider of a lot of success. But okay, I'm sweating. Because like typically I'm hammering quarterback here. But like, can I even afford to do that? P punch goes Ramondre. Knapp also only has one running back. So watch him take Jalen Warren here. Just further saying fuck you. Yep, that's what I thought. Fine. Give me Caleb. I haven't fully locked this in, but Caleb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as QB7 has to fucking crush. That's gonna smash. Caleb as QB7 feels so effing safe. However, I genuinely think there's a world where Caleb is like the QB2. Like, I don't think it's ludicrous to put Caleb as the QB2. Peanut Punch saying it's a good room to go zero running back. I mean, I've been getting good values. I've been getting values that like make it worth it, but like I can't stick with the zero RB forever. We'll fucking see. But Shanzo Gonzo, you can only hope that Fat Mondre. I mean, you fucking stole him, bro. Yeah, I can pray, but it don't mean shit. God's not listening to this fucking prayer. Couldn't even get Swift. Jamie made another nice and blunt song you might like. You know what? Send that my way. Send that my way, especially if it's Doors themed. Doors are my vibe 100%. But boy, this team is going to be very, very notable when it's all said and done. I mean, like, I probably should, based on my ranks, I probably should have taken Rome there, but like, F it. We take Burden because at least like if it doesn't work out that often, it's not going to crush me. Burden as like my wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3, I hate. But as my 4 with the combo that I already have, let's take a swing. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of just like, let's lean in. At this point, I'm leaning in. Give me Ricky Pearsall. Fuck y'all. Not giving me a single running back value. Fuck it. We're taking Ricky P. Got Caleb at the 82. Damn. That's crazy. I've never seen Caleb in like the 7th past like, you know, the 7.1. I've seen Caleb at that 6-7 turn, but pick 82, that's egregiously low. But boy, this is a wild team. If you've been watching my live streams, like this is like so different than every team I've drafted so far. And like on one hand, I feel gross about it, but then on another hand, I feel like I could also still land this plane. I still think there's like some solid values at running back moving forward that I can still figure out. But this is going to be a 2 tight end team for sure. I don't think I'm taking more than 2 when I have McBride and like this combo. This might be like a 9 RB build. Probably not. Probably stopping at like 8, but like very soon we're just gonna be auto clicking green. Anyways, Alec Pierce goes. Alec Pierce, another player where I'm like, this could really crash and burn, or this could be like an elite pick. Because he's probably one of the more coveted free agents at the position. And there are some places to go where he can absolutely crush. But it feels a little bit pricey. But like by comparison to Parker Washington, I don't know. Michael Wilson with that quarterback situation, also a big gamble, but like played super, super well. So who knows? Pollard off the board. Jacoby. Okay. Given how wide receivers fallen off, unless like QJ falls to me, which he goes right there to ladies first. That was not going to be my pick at all, so I'm fine with that. But we have Burden stacked up. Purdy has already been taken. We can still get Darnold later or Stroud for a stack. All right, here we go. I think I have to go Chuba Hubbard, but like I kind of don't want to. Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go Jadarian Price. We're going rookie. We need the massive upside. And like what's crazy is like Jeremiah Love goes in the second round, and then there's not another rookie running back for such a long time. Like the RB 30 off the board today is the second rookie running back. That could be a mistake. Shanzo thinks Chuba's a good value. I was very tempted to click that, but like I felt like if I took Chuba, I was gonna end up like just grabbing like Chuba, Rico, and like Jonathan Brooks as like a panic move. And I don't know about that Panthers running back room. The vibes are strange. Like for him to lose his job kind of so easily to Rico Dowdle, despite the contract. Um, I know Dowdle fucking exploded, but that didn't feel like a great sign because Chuba wasn't good until last year, and then he got his contract and like obviously probably played well enough to earn it. I don't want to downplay Chuba's effectiveness, not this year, but the year before. But like, I don't know. Is Albie going to be nice or okay? He takes DJ Moore. I think I just have to take Blake Corum. Blake Corum, a risky pick, but when he hits, he has a big role in the red zone. And like Kyron's got some weird vibes, but I've never seen Corum go outside the top 100. So to get this value on Blake Corum, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Albie, I honestly think it was good for me. I think there's a reason why I passed on DJ Moore at pick 92 because I already have 5 good receivers. I already have Burden. So I think the argument for Burden to be going that high is that they're going to move off of DJ Moore, and so I'll operate under that landscape with that thinking. I mean, yes, some people liked him. I wasn't in love with him, but like he took a long time to really live up to those expectations. He didn't just crush instantly. It took him quite a while. And then last year he was kind of banged up. I still have some high hopes on Jonathan Brooks. Like that's the reason they drafted him. They didn't quite trust Chuba, and then they just got forced into feeding Chuba, and he really worked out. But then last year he did not pan out at all. And he got to the point where he was a backup that was getting very, very few touches. Like down the stretch, Chuba was worthless. And so, like, I get it. Assuming Rico leaves, that's definitely going to go up. But, like, look at these stat lines. Only one game after week 8 with more than, like, 8 carries. Emmett Johnson goes. I would have been in the market for Emmett Johnson, but whatever. Wow, Gadsden is plummeting. Gadsden falling considerably. Is Knapp going to take him? I hope not. He doesn't have a tight end, though. It makes sense. Yeah, he takes him. That was a smart move. You could take Kincaid at a discount, but I don't think that's worth it. I do think Jaden Reed is a really good click here. Yeah, let's actually fuck it. Fuck. Oh, there's too many people in this lobby. You probably saw that. You probably saw who I wanted. I don't think he'll circle back, but let's pray. Watch Pineapple 420 double click running back again. But yeah, I know I'm gonna try and stop at 7. So to get Jaden Reed as my 6, like I'm clearly stopping soon at receiver. Okay. But Kincaid goes Godwin, Jalen Coker. We'll see what the fuck happens. But um, yeah, this is so different than my typical team. I'm glad it went this way. Like I'm glad I'm giving this a try because like I have endorsed such heavy running back teams so many times on the live stream, off the live if I'm drafting in somebody else's you know, if I'm watching somebody else, another creator, and I'm drafting with them, like I usually stick with that. Yeah, Gainwell goes. Fuck, I should have taken Gainwell. Couldn't help myself. The Reed price is crazy cheap. The Reed price for his spike week ability is just so fucking high. Not gonna take Woody Marks. Not falling for that shit. I'm just gonna take Dobbins. I I can't really get behind JCM when Chris Rodriguez goes undrafted. Like, isn't Rodriguez still under contract? Unless I'm mistaken. Oh no, he's a restricted free agent. So yeah, he'll most likely just be coming back to the team. I'd be pretty shocked if he didn't. That's what he is. But give me Dobbins here. I should have taken Gainwell instead of Jaden Reed. The 20-second clock got me, but Sweetleaf takes him. That's a good pick. Sweetleaf only had Gibbs and Bucky Irving. I think that's a very, very fair click. I might have been wise to take Tracy there, but I think Dobbins is like equally going to contribute top of the season. And then there's also the Scattaboo element where like Dobbins was clearly staving off RJ Harvey for a long time. And I don't think Harvey played well enough to like bury Dobbins. And I think Dobbins is going to come back to Denver, but I think he's also like one of the most coveted running back free agents available. So we'll take Dobbins, but I wish I had Gainwell instead of Jaden Reed in hindsight. But yes, Dobbins I think is a very good click. Very, very good click. Why I'm like reluctant to take RJ Harvey, in all honesty. But I normally am not this thin at quarterback at this point in the draft. This is also kind of different territory for me to be in. But we do have Nico Collins, so Stroud could work here. The teams after me are a little thin at QB, so that's probably where I'm going to go. P Punch goes Hunter Henry early. Interesting, P Punch. Reached on Hunter Henry by 9 picks with Strange falling. Interesting. I think I have to take Stroud. I think Fernando Mendoza could be better. I personally prefer Fernando Mendoza, but I wish I took Bowers, but honestly, I'm kind of out on Stroud. Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Mendoza. I think Mendoza's a better click. Mendoza also fell where Stroud was not falling. I don't really like Stroud that much. If I didn't have Nico Collins, I would have never considered Stroud over Mendoza. So I'm just gonna stick to my ranks. Love the landing spot for Mendoza. Like the defense is bad. Gonna have some good game script, and then the Clint Kubiak offensive minded head coach, I think also really benefits him. I like him. I like him a lot. We got a discount. I need a QB, and who the fuck knows? Maybe Stroud circles back. I just don't think Stroud is a good value, honestly. Like he's fine, but I think this range of QB is like super desperate, and like the guys that go here are a little just more like I have to get in at the position before it dries up. So let's make the click. But I do not like Stroud very much. He goes to the Higgins team. That's fine. Damn. Fuck. I really want to take Strange here, actually. Because he just fell 20 fucking spots. And then I can just fucking stop. God damn it. But this is dumb. Oh, if I take him, it's so dumb. Fuck it. Fuck it. This draft might be like dead on arrival, but like I'm clearly done at tight end. I got strange 20 picks past ADP. Like I might literally just only draft running back the rest of the way though. But yikes. I might have just really ruined this team again. So, here's a reminder how this went. This is like a full zero RB. We go JSN at the 105. We get Trey McBride to fall to the 208. He normally goes like at pick 14. Then I got Nico Collins, who normally goes at pick 23, 24, at pick 29. Then we took Flowers, Luther Burden at a minor discount to stack with Caleb. Ricky Pearsall, Jadarian Price, we need you to smash. Holy shit, I need a good landing spot for Jadarian Price. Blake Corum, I need Kyron to go down. Dobbins, I need him to stay healthy. And then we have Jaden Reed as well, Fernando Mendoza, and Brenton Strange. Very risky team. And I'm probably going to hate how this thing ends. But, I mean, everything but running back is super strong. Like, just elite. Maybe not quarterback, but I got some hopes there. I had to get in at QB before it just like completely evaporated, but maybe I should have gone Stroud. Perhaps I should have just gone with the stack. Shanzo Gonza says the rookie running back landing spots are too dicey versus Chuba's known role. Do we really know what his role is? Like, I think his job is actually very, very hard to pin down as of today. Like, yes, he's under contract, but I don't think we know exactly what his role is going to be. All right. Give me Braylon Allen. Can't afford to go Charbonnet, given his injury. Have to go with someone who has a shot to be healthy all season. I'll go Braylon Allen there. Sharb's right behind me. Darnold went fucking high. Darnold went super high. 105 for Darnold. I've never seen that. To a team that has him entirely unstacked. They just panicked at QB, which makes zero sense. When Love and Goff are going later. That's a shocking price on Darnold. Maybe they queued him up and just ran out of time. But very interesting. Okay. A run on RB there. Holy shit, it dries up fast. Do we reach on Kimani Vidal or continue to push? Fuck. Where's Albie gonna go? Takes Barner. I like the price on Surratt. This will be my last wide receiver. I'm gonna take a rookie with Surratt, and then we'll see what happens. Can you text me? Yeah, can you just text me? Sorry. Oh shit, my lighting has gotten terrible. Holy shit. Whoa. Man. That might be worse. Holy shit. That was worse. The lighting I've just like ignored recently. and I apologize to everyone watching. Um, I start the draft when like daylight keeps me uh well lit, but then it's already like sunset and the light just fucking dies so fast. I sorry. But I think it works. I think this works. It's a little bright. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Whatever. Um Here for the vibes. Yeah, the lighting at this stage of the game, um not the end of the world, but yeah, totally needed Braylon. Shanzo liked the strange selection. Harvey kind of ass, but he did score touchdowns. Yeah, 100%. Without the touchdowns, Harvey looked kind of like shit, honestly. Like, he was such an afterthought when Dobbins was healthy. Wasn't even funny. Where's Knapp gonna go? I don't think I can really afford to fuck around. So give me Tank Bigsby. Genuinely one of my favorite clicks in this range. Because we know exactly where he's gonna stay. He's under contract with the Eagles. Wait, am I wrong? No, I don't think so. Yes, he's under contract with the Eagles. He's only 24. Saquon's 30, and like Bigsby looked pretty decent when he was in for Saquon last year. Like when he was the main guy, he actually had some success. And I could easily see this being a year where Saquon goes down. But like week 8, 9 for 104, and then down the stretch had 17, 57, a couple touchdowns. Got the start in the final week, had 4.7 yards per carry, 16 for 75 yards, and that was with a backup quarterback as well. So like Bigsby, I actually love from a handcuff standpoint. I know exactly where he's going to play. I think he's better than Will Shipley. I think he has that job secured as the number 2. And like Saquon is a risky running back. Saquon has some risk concerns. So a running back was not selected around that turn there, so that's good news for me. But we'll see what comes back around. But yeah, it's about time we do a zero RB on the channel. I've done so many like heavy RBs, very few even like anchor RBs. Like usually top 3 rounds, top 4 rounds, I have at least 2 running backs, and by the 5th, if Swift is there, I'm always taking a 3rd. So this is so antithetical to all of my previous strategies, but not envious of the team going Ingram there. Ooh, awesome. This is fire. I could go Dylan Sampson, but in all honesty, I think Brian Robinson is more intriguing. Because Brian Robinson is a free agent. He might return to the Niners. They did trade for him, so I could see them like not wanting to bail on him. He's pretty talented. Sampson plays for the Browns. Like, even if Sampson gets in, the Browns RB situation scares me a little bit. And I don't think Quinshon Judkins is really giving up any significant touches. So I know Quinshon is a bit banged up. Definitely could have gotten the value on Sampson, but I passed on Sampson for Bigsby for a reason. I didn't really want Sampson for the sake of this team. I need like elite upside if they ever get the job. And Sampson's okay. I don't want to shit on him too much, but he's more of a PPR value. Sampson is like extremely skilled for PPR purposes. And this is half PPR. So I'm not gonna over concern myself with missing out on Sampson. But like first week of the year, Dylan Sampson had 20 touches and 8 of them were targets and catches. Had another 6 targets, 5 catches in week 8, another 6 targets, 5 catches in week 14. And that's good. I don't want to shit on it. I don't want to say Sampson's inept. I think Sampson's okay. I've clicked him before. But I think for the team I'm building, Give me a backup that's not on the Browns. That's kind of my thinking a little bit on it. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 running backs with 3 rounds left. We're drafting at least 2 more. We're done at tight end with McBride and Strange. Got Strange 19 picks past ADP. Fucking beautiful. Our receiving core, I think, is done with JSN, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, Luther Burden, Ricky Pearsall, Jaden Reed, and Elijah Surratt. Not bad. QB, we have Caleb and Fernando Mendoza. That's cool. Is Knapp going to let me have Brissett? I'll take Brissett here for the McBride combo. I wanted a third quarterback for sure. I have not taken much Brissett, but we are the McBride drafter, and Jacoby Brissett is under contract, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, under contract with the Arizona Cardinals for 1 more season. And I can easily see them just going back to him, given how that offense performed with him under center. Usually my late round QB is Aaron Rodgers, but he goes there at the turn. So I almost took Brissett instead of Brian Robinson Jr. Brissett is definitely a player I'm in the market for. We have Mendoza as our number 2. So I need a third. We got Caleb, a lot hinging on Caleb, but that's a pretty safe bet in my opinion. And then Brissett at an awesome value. I mean, from the strategy of just like take best player available and take the falling value, like this team is actually pretty dope. This team is really, really interesting. But these last 2 picks are just locked in at RB. 100% locked in with RB. I think I need 8 of them. When Dobbins is my 3, yeah, I need 8 of them. But Jaden blew off the board. Najee's such a hard click. I've actually not taken Najee a single time. I don't believe in it. So many variables. I think I'm going to pass on Najee. I'll go Devin Neal. I think Devin Neal can actually get like some decent runway as the starter. Kamara's old as fuck, always goes down early. Let me know what y'all think. Do you think I can stop at 7? Because I have Jadarian Price, Blake Corum, J.K. Dobbins, Braylon Allen, Tank Bigsby, Brian Robinson Jr., and Devin Neal. Do you think I can stop at 7? Because honestly, there isn't like a different position I really want to take. Like receivers probably set. You know what I mean? Like barring JSN going down, I think I'm okay. Running back though, I can't quite tell if I'm like just panicking because of what I put myself into or if like I genuinely need an 8th. Scott says go 8. Yeah, I think that's probably the right move. That's definitely what I should do. Tech on Jordan James. I have a decent amount of Jordan James already. I'll consider it, but I'm thinking I might go rookie. I think I need to take a swing with a rookie. I think Davis has already been taken. Ray Davis, I assume, is who you mean? Kalen Black off the board. Nice. Not bad. I might just go Isaiah Davis, though. Just lock up all the Jets. That's what Shanzo's saying. Yeah, I think if I'm locked into the Jets RB1, that'd be dope, but watch them draft someone and just, like, derail that entire strategy. Fuck. I mean, Chris Rodriguez had some decent games down the stretch. If he's restricted, I could see them bring him back. I don't hate Chris Rodriguez here either. I don't have much Chris Rodriguez. I do love Adam Randall. I got a shit ton of Adam Randall. Ooh, fuck. I don't think I'm gonna go Isaiah Davis with Braylon, so it's between Chris Rodriguez. I'm gonna go the rookie. Give me Adam Randall. Let's do it. I only have one other rookie running back, so let's do it. All right. Wow. Very, very unique build for me. I can't say I have a single team like this, but for a zero RB, I think it's pretty fire. JSN, Trey McBride, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, Luther Burden. That click I might hate. That one kind of makes me want to vomit. I kind of wish I took Rome instead of Luther Burden, but at least we got a discount. Caleb for the stack, at least it's warranted. But then Ricky Pearsall, I think a pretty solid pick as my 5th receiver. I think I'm fucking really in good shape. Then we go Jadarian Price as our first RB. Blake Corum as our RB2. The value I got on Corum, I think fucking saves me. I think the Corum outlook really, really gives me a shot to come out of here okay. If I can somehow advance this team, I think I'm actually like in really, really interesting shape. Pepper Tony likes it. Played it how you should have, given what the room was doing. Yeah, the room was so strange today in this one. Gave me no choice. When everyone zigs, time to zag. Yo, what's the deals with... What's the deal with Pro Football? There we go. That took a minute. That was weird. Just in case you like forgot why Corum is going as high as he is, because it's kind of crazy, the price. But when you consider the fact that it's a Sean McVay handcuff running back, if Kyron goes down, you have a top 10 running back like instantly. So the upside is high, but it's so funny what we've done with Corum and his ADP. Okay, this website's fucking lagging like crazy. Let's ignore that. But do you recall like what happened to Blake Corum since he's been drafted? As a rookie, he was going at pick like 116. He was going in the 10th round. And then last year we didn't draft him. Some people took him in the final round, but we were taking Jarquez Hunter above Blake Corum. And now Blake Corum is up to round 8. Sometimes round 7. Shit is wild. So for me to get him at pick 101, round 9, I'm pretty happy with that. Pepper Tony agrees. This draft I think works. I think like if you're gonna go zero RB, something like this I think is clearly the way you have to go. You need elite tight end, either McBride or Bowers, no question. Or if I had taken like let's say London there, we would have gone like Colston Loveland in the 4th. But to go with Flowers, I think is awesome. I like Flowers a lot. Honestly, I like this team. The full running back room is Jadarian Price, Blake Corum, J.K. Dobbins, but I would kind of like if I had Kenny Gainwell. We also take Braylon Allen, Tank Bigsby, Brian Robinson Jr., Devin Neal, and Adam Randall. So, like, I've hammered it many times. I've said it enough. The risk here is super, super risky. But our QB room is correlated. It is interesting. We have Brissett stacked up with McBride. We go Mendoza at a good value. Hopefully they draft Elijah Surratt. That'd be cool. And then otherwise I have Caleb, who I think could legitimately be a top 3 quarterback this season with the year 2 Ben Johnson bump. I love Caleb's price. Where he goes, I think is like such a safe outcome compared to his peers. QB7 for Caleb feels very, very legit. So that's the team. We also got an awesome value on Strange, allowing me to only stop with 2. Very unique team. I like it, but I could easily see this not work at all. You know, like anytime you go zero RB, it's very risky. So let's hope for the best, but wow. Very interesting draft. P-Punch went Taylor, Neighbors, Olave, Adams, then took Drake May in the 5th. I'm all for Drake May in the 6th, but I'm not a Drake May in the 5th type of guy. I'm not drafting Drake May in the 5th. But Ramondre, snipe me on Ramondre. It goes Jackson Dart. I like Dart's price as well. Diggs for the stack at a good falling. Oh no, I don't think he fell too much, but for the stack, pretty good. Addison outside the top 100 feels really nice as well. David Montgomery at 114. That's an interesting value. Then goes Goddard and Hunter Henry. Not bad. We mentioned the reach on Henry. Okay, at least you had May. The reach on Henry was justified, but I think you could have gotten him in the next round personally. Tyjae, Katron Allen. I haven't looked up Katron Allen enough to know anything concrete. I don't have a definitive take on Katron Allen yet. I think like maybe it'll work out, but I'm not so sure yet. I just don't know enough. Theo, A.D. Mitchell, Ray Davis, and then Marvin Mims, Bateman, and Slayton. Not bad at all. A little bit thin at running back, but like the way it shakes out, I think works. But for David Montgomery to be the third, that feels like it's fine. But the Ramondre investment, little shaky, but should be okay. Okay. And then if anyone else would like their team reviewed, please let me know. I'm trying not to go like too crazy on the team reviews. At the end, I kind of just want to move on and do the next draft, but it is the first time we have Albie in here for quite some time. Let's take a look at Albie's team. Albie says, "Why do I have 4 tight ends? I leave for 10 seconds and all hell breaks loose." So did you auto draft Tonjes, I guess? Sounds like it. Tonjes good value. Tonjes is very interesting. I don't hate Tonjes in all honesty. But yeah, as the 4th when you have Tyler Warren, if there's one I might take back, it's the Tyler Warren click. But you go Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, Josh Allen, JMO, DeAndre Swift. That Swift pick fucking killed me, bro. I really wish I had Swift instead of Burden, but it is what it is. Good click. Tyler Warren, not my favorite click. I think there's some other tight ends that are interesting. Until I know the quarterback situation in Indy, I'm not really dying to take Tyler Warren where he goes. I think I'd rather have Kraft around later, or even Fannin in the same range. But Tyler Warren should pay off, but I just don't trust the quarterback. That's my take on it as of today. But obviously, my opinion can change. Parker Washington, a tough click to fully justify, but I have made it myself as well. Chuba, DJ Moore at 100, not bad. I think DJ Moore could crush. And then Kincaid, I believe at a good value. Khalil Shakir, Kayshon Boutte at 141, Rashid Shaheed, Charbonnet, Barner, Shadur Yamanor, Caleb Johnson, Tonjes, and Najee Harris. You do take Najee. Interesting. I think the team works. I think the running back room is pretty solid, pretty balanced, and like obviously some big risks, but if Charbonnet comes back healthy enough by like mid-October, I think he's fine. Caleb Johnson could pay off. I doubt they just want to ignore a 3rd-round pick in Pittsburgh forever. And then Najee could sign somewhere, but gives me very, very questionable vibes at the moment. I'm reluctant to like fully buy in on Najee, but he's going free. It's probably fine, but I've been averse to taking it. But with Allen and the stacks you have, getting Kincaid there is fire. With Shakir, not bad, but Shakir doesn't really do much in terms of spike week potential. I think the only click I might have changed is to have taken either Sutton, Metcalf, or personally I prefer Evans over the two of them. I think I would have gone Evans over Tyler Warren. That might be the only thing I would have changed personally, but otherwise I think the team's pretty good, taking good values where they were. The team works. I don't hate it at all. I think it's solid. Even with Tonjes as the 4th, I don't think it's that bad. Okay, no one has requested a team review, so I'll give it another 15 seconds, but there was a player I wanted to review. Right, let's finally look up Blake Corum's game log. Like, starting in week 7, he started to come alive. Like, let's just get the average going of this. What was his full averages. Damn, this site is going so effing slow. Never mind. Okay. Um, yeah, I agree with this. I don't want to overburden everyone with a bunch of team reviews. It takes time. So if you want one, I'm happy to do it. Please request it if you would like one, if you're in here with me, but no one has done that. We're going to just join another draft. Another draft is the move for sure. Yeah, I've never seen it either. Usually it's always ready to go. But so we're going to hop into another big board, and then if we can get up to 20 likes, I'll do a third, but odds are I don't think I'll hit 20 likes. Doubt it. Doubt it. But okay, we are queued up on the phone. I got it on the phone. We're in the big board. And if you would like to join, I am on a minor delay, 5, 6, 7 seconds, something like that. So you click it right now if you want to join, and I will join in 3, 2, 1, and it should all sync up. 4 more spots, and those filled instantly. Holy shit. That was fast. I've never seen it jump from 4 picks left to 0 in 1 second. Oh, whoops. I almost hopped into another. Almost wasted $10. That would have been fun. We would have drafted 2 at the same time. Okay, ladies first is in here again. I think it's fair for me to request that ladies first reveals themselves. I've drafted too many on the live stream with ladies first for them not to be watching. So please let me know who you are. But we get the 11 pick, so going to be a much different team. Sweet Leaf in behind me. We got ladies first at the 7. Lolsimo, I recognize you from Whohame's drafts. Welcome in, my friend. Nap Ball in again. P-Punch in at the 3. I'm on the opposite side of P-Punch. That's nice. And then Cookie Cowboys. I want to say I recognize that person, but I genuinely am drawing a blank. I don't think I know who Cookie Cowboys is, but yeah, I would love to have a name reveal on Ladies First one of these days. Because the odds of that happening are kind of slim. Like, literally, it's like 6 streams in a row where I've had, like, 6 drafts in a row, it feels like, with Ladies First. In case you're curious when we're going to take a smoke break, I think I'm going to take a tolerance break on the weed at the moment. Maybe it won't last more than like 3 days. Maybe I'll be purchasing weed tomorrow. But at the moment, I'm taking a slight break with the weed. Reason why? I got some shrooms. I got some shrooms coming in soon. So I get it. I assume this is in terms of like taking a break from weed. Trey McBride goes at the 10. The fuck? Let's go. Give me James Cook all day. Love it. Fucking love it. When I first started doing these drafts, James Cook was like my go-to pick after like pick 6. I was drafting James Cook like fucking crazy, but yeah, let's do it. Let's get the 0 RB taste out of my mouth. For that shit was weird. So let's do the opposite. Oh, I love this start. Absolutely love it. 2 players who I believe are first round picks, and I genuinely think that like you could argue for James Cook or Achan as the third best running back. I think there's higher safety with Cook and Achan than there is with Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, not the same ceiling, but not like egregiously far behind him. And then just the safety valve of what they provide to their offenses, like these feel like two of the safest picks at RB around this turn. Genuinely, I think the price on Taylor is a little too high. People are way too obsessed with like the first half of the year, kind of neglecting the second half of the year. Not that Taylor can't drop like 40 points any week. Like I don't want to pretend like Taylor isn't worthy of a high pick, but like I genuinely think RB3 is just so unclear at the moment and so up for grabs. And there's like probably like 7 different players that you could lobby for as the RB3. Like Taylor for sure, McCaffrey for sure. I think James Cook 1,000%. Achan I think is probably still at the worst top 7, even without Mike McDaniel, but could absolutely still be the RB3. And then Genty and Jeremiah Love, like they're talented enough where they could finish top 5, but like circumstances, there's still a lot of projection with those players. I'm not quite on board with that type of ceiling, but I could see Hampton pay off that high. I could see a Jim Harbaugh running back with like legitimately over 20 touchdowns next season. So that I think is a player I like a lot. And then Saquon, I don't think qualifies, but I mean he had 2,000 yards 2 years ago, so definitely in the mix. And then beyond that point, I think the only other player is like Brees Hall, because Derrick Henry cannot finish top 3. He's not going to finish top 3. He can finish with the highest score on a given week, but I don't think he can finish top 3 on the season. Personally, I just can't get behind Tet over T. Higgins, so I'm going to take T. Higgins here. And then who knows, maybe we get ETN to come back around, but yeah. I'm willing to just wow, Loveland there. I can't get behind. 12 or the 1. You can say fuck it and it's all right. But whoever he's taking here just short-circuited either that or my shit is just finally he goes ETN. That's so strange. Um you know what? I never take him, but he fell to the 4th, so fuck it. Let's do it. Oh, okay. My shit just lagged. I'm glad it worked out. Yeah, give me. I'll take Tet at a discount. Something's going on with my Wi-Fi or something. That might be what's going on. Why Pro Football Focus is slow. But like, you must have seen that. I thought I was clicking Tet with like 17 seconds left. It timed out. That's weird. Sorry, Jamie. Didn't mean to ignore this, but yes, I did see the email. I will check it out after the live stream. Thank you very much for your contribution, for sharing the song. But Shanzo likes James Cook as well. I find the guys I'm clearly in on early seem to have a higher hit rate for me. I hope so. Good to know we're in agreement if that's the case. Gonzo as well says the problem is you pack your bags early and force yourself to stop clicking them. Yeah. Yeah, that's a very, very valid point. Very legit. I took so much James Cook in like my first 6 or 7 drafts that like I've been trying to cool it. And then there was like a time when I just wasn't getting him to fall back. So I think I've kind of fell back to like more baseline, at least like close to it. And then now to get him at the 111, it's like such a smash in my opinion. But wow, I've never seen Ramondre go above Travion. That's crazy to me. Yo, this is a weird. Both of these drafts are fucking strange. Very, very strange. And yes, I would agree to take Harvey well above ADP is also probably a very bad move. Like if Harvey falls like even just 5 picks, I'm still kind of not interested. I'm just locking in Dobbins instead. But sometimes you just never know. Makai Lemon off the board. I am now on the clock. Drake May is there. But like I said, I don't really like taking Drake May in the 5th. I'll take him in the 6th, but the team behind me has no receivers. Let's get ahead of him. I like Rome Odunze more than Luther Burden, so I'm going to take Rome Odunze. And this might be another Caleb team. But he goes Brian Thomas. I nearly took Brian Thomas as well. But I think Rome is a little safer. It's so interesting, the takes that we have on the players that, like, have gotten hurt, but were really performing well. Nah. I should probably just take Drake May, but I'm not going to do that. I genuinely am, like, I want to be the Caleb Williams guy this year. I'm sure I'm not going to be the only one. But, like, if there's a player that, like, I really want to be overweight on at QB, it's Caleb. And once you hit the 6th, once all these QBs start to blend together, I genuinely think he has the highest upside. Because he runs the ball. He can give you, like, 40 rushing yards in a given week. And, like, year 2 Ben Johnson with probably even more additions to the offensive line, I just don't see him not working out. I think it's just such a safe pick. Whereas, like, with Drake May, I still genuinely believe that some of his success was just purely tied to the schedule he had. Like, I don't want to dismiss him entirely. I think he's clearly a good 6th round pick, but I personally am a Caleb guy over Drake May. That's just how I feel about it. Lolsimo, hey, welcome in, man. We see you at the 6. You go Taylor, Barkley, and Jacobs, and then Flowers and Lamar. I like that quite a bit. Sup, fam, with Who Hames. Yo, Who Hames, I have a question for you. Did you yesterday's stream, not today's, but yesterday, you asked me for some contact information, and I dropped it in the live chat, but I think it was just, like, so heavy comments at that point, you just missed it. I commented on your video with Bindles. I dropped a comment, not a live chat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you missed it, but I dropped a comment on your video with Bindles 2 days ago. So yesterday's video. Yeah. With my email. I would love to get in contact with you and set up on your stream, on mine. I would love to have you on the channel sometime soon. So yeah, email is really the best way to contact me. If anyone's watching and they also have a channel and they would like to reach out, I'd be very interested in the coming months to do, like, a collaboration. Like, if you're interested, obviously, no need to force it. Maybe I can do a draft on your channel. Maybe y'all can come on my channel. And I would love to branch out. I feel like that's one thing my channel is really missing. I have not had other voices in the community on the channel. So I will take Tucker Craft here. Love the price on Tucker Craft. Who Hames loves him as well, and every point Who Hames has made really hammers it home for me that it is indeed a great price. So we give that team the gift of Lawrence there, but then I'm not going to get boxed out. I've found some interesting values later, And I mean, before the injury, Mahomes was like QB1. So I'll take Mahomes here. Where's he coming off the board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. QB 12 for Mahomes, that feels fine. I think he might be ready week 1, genuinely. So um love Kelsey going later. Mahomes here sets that up nicely. Yeah, so far this team is pretty solid, but then our receiver depth is like maybe gonna dry up soon. But yeah. It doesn't. Oh, that's odd. Maybe I typed it and then just didn't hit submit. But you can email me at niceandblunt@gmail.com. Anyone can email me at niceandblunt@gmail.com. Shanzo also has a lot of Caleb, but I'm worried that DCs will just drop 8 in coverage against him. I mean, I don't think you can like afford to let the Bears just run all day on you anymore. Like that's how they won so many games. Their run game was so good. And maybe they're just going to stick as a heavy run team, but like I'm I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm going all in on Caleb. I can sense it, and like it's still February. I can always change my opinion, but like if there's one player I'm probably gonna plant my flag on at QB, or like even if you take him unstacked, I think he's worth it. It's Caleb. And yes, Hames. Indeed. No spaces. Nice and blunt. Full word and at gmail.com. But yeah, I would be happy to extend this invitation to anyone else in the space, in the fantasy community. If you're interested, I would be very down to do a 2 video collaboration. One on yours, one on mine. I'm going to be trying to reach out to more people in the coming months. And ideally weeks. Sooner the better, but there's a lot of time in the off season. So, we'll see what goes. But yes, I agree. Who Hames is fire. Other than your Chiefs fandom, everything is fire. Jamie, I'm totally down. Yeah. 100%. Oh, we almost got Worthy. Damn. But that's okay. We can get Addison. I think the team behind me is going to pass on Love. And I'm a little thin at receiver, so definitely give me Addison. Addison has so much upside. I like Addison quite a bit. His circumstances are a bit odd, but for him to be falling this late, he has like 30-point upside. So I'll take Addison at that value. Do I go Jordan Love? That is the question. That is the question. I think my fucking Wi-Fi is killing me again. Oh no. He goes Juwan Jennings. I could go Jaden Reed. He's not gonna circle back. Fuck. Nah, we already have 2 QBs. It's fine. It's whatever. It's probably better. I think in hindsight, I should have taken Quentin Johnston or Alec Pierce instead of Mahomes. And then that way we go Jordan Love and Jaden Reed at this turn. That's probably should have been the move. But I'm still learning. I'm still learning what I like and don't like. But in general, I don't like going around the long turn in round 8 without that second quarterback. Like Jordan Love is now plummeting, but like whoever takes him, yeah, P Punch takes him, fucking great value. Even unstacked, awesome value. Jordan Love after Tyler Shuck and Darnold, that's a good pick. I genuinely think that round 10 is like the full stop cutoff point before you just get no certainty at QB. Like, I want to believe in Mendoza. I want to believe in Cam Ward. But I think once Darnold and Shuck are off the board, it gets gross. And then, oh, Peanut Punch also has Christian Watson. Yeah, stacked as well. Fucking on fire, bro. Great, great selection. I regret my Mahomes pick. I wish I had Love instead, but it just is what it is. Dobbins goes a little high on Dobbins, but I think it's fair. We do see Gainwell right after I take Jaden Reed. Fuck. So some of the players I was kind of counting on at running back are not going to circle back, but we did go such heavy investments at 1 and 2 in the first 2 rounds with Cook and Achane. It's not the end of the world, but okay. Receiver has T. Higgins, McMillan, Rome Odunze, Addison, Jaden Reed, like really high upside with Addison and Reed from a spike week standpoint. I don't hate that. I'm not upset with that. But Kittle probably goes too high. Huhame's Monday works for you? Yeah, maybe we can set up something for Monday. That'd be very, very fun. Emmett Johnson goes. Damn, running back fell off fast. As always, but shit. Wow. Gonna get Kincaid. 23 picks past ADP. Let's do that. We have James Cook and Dalton Kincaid. Kincaid after Kittle feels wrong. The team with Josh Allen had Brock Bowers, and they took Kittle. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. Thank you, Jamie. Fuck. Did I butcher running back again? Fuck. I guess I have to. Yeah, let's do it. Give me Alvin Kamara. Worth a swing, but yikes. Might have fucked this up by ignoring running back for so long. That's the only problem when you like start off so good at running back and like there aren't any good values that you want. Like maybe I should have taken Tony Pollard. That was the mistake. I should have taken Tony Pollard instead of Mahomes. Because I was not gonna reach on Gainwell there. I've gotten Gainwell at 130 before. So I was not gonna do that. Yeah, running back got punched up a little bit. But it is what it is. I'm gonna be drafting a lot of these teams. Might as well get a little jiggy with it. But all right. Here's a full recap of the team. We have James Cook, Devon Achane, elite start. So I can probably still be just fine. But then T. Higgins, Tet McMillan, and Rome Odunze. I feel like a T. Higgins, Tet McMillan is not the most common combination. So that's nice. Caleb with the Rome stack, always good. Tucker Kraft, love his price. He could also be a top 2 tight end. Mahomes there, I regret, but whatever. Addison and Jaden Reed, that feels really nice for like the value. Would have been dope to have Worthy, but it didn't work out. And then Kincaid over 20 picks past ADP. Not gonna complain about that. Kelsey goes 144. So Kelsey's a big riser now. That makes sense. And then Kamara at 134. I'm glad I was hammering Kelsey in like the 160s. When Kelsey was a 14th, 15th round pick, I was just grabbing him like crazy. I'm glad I took him there while I did. Because I still think he's a value where he just went off at the 12, 13 tier. I still think is like too low. But I love that we've gone a full round since my Kamara pick and haven't seen a single running back off the board. That's good. But it's a part of the draft where running backs grow, so it's whatever. The team behind me has Genty, Love, and Etienne, along with James Conner. So they might not grab running back, but I think I might need to just double tap that position. Shaheed is falling, about 10 picks so far. That's a pretty good click. Hunter goes. I don't know what to make of Travis Hunter. The entire like Jags receiving core scares me a lot. Like it feels like most likely everyone is like mispriced. Except and like one of them is going to fucking smash, but then some of the others, probably most of the others might really not pan out cuz they're going fucking high. Shaheed falls 15 picks. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Yeah. I'll take that all day. Spike Week Central with Addison, Jaden Reed, and Shaheed. I've got 3 guys that can drop 20 any given week. That feels cool. That feels sweet. But I'll go back to the well on Tyjae Spears. I think I need someone that can get the ball and contribute in this roster at running back. We'll go Tyjae Spears. Oh, I should have gone Rashad White. Yeah, fuck. Sometimes I just forget that Rashad is still on the board. But I remember planning for Rashad previously. Rookie mistake. Whatever. Okay, so Caleb and Mahomes, James Cook, Achan, Kamara, and Tyjae. Top heavy for sure. But then receivers fucking loaded. T. Higgins, Tet McMillan, Roma Dunze, Jordan Addison, Jaden Reed, Rashid Shaheed. Nice. That feels good. And then tight end is dope with Kraft and Kincaid. Spike Week Central. This is a best ball team. This is a true best ball team here. Fucking minimal floor on every pick since I've taken Kraft, basically. Almost a non-existent floor with all these guys. But like genuinely one of the highest ceilings that they can offer. I like this team, honestly. Like running back's a little bit weird, but it's just so good at the top that I don't give a shit. Okay. I'd take Bryce Young if I took a third. I was thinking about it, but then he goes in the 12th round, so it's not a price I'm like in love with. Personally, I think if I'm not getting like Mendoza or Cam Ward after Darnold is off the board, then I just wait for like Rodgers in the final 3 rounds. I'm a Rodgers guy. Booty is falling into the 150s every draft. I thought he was a good pick at 135. Yeah, it's a bit shocking. He goes here at 154. But I think as Drake May falls down and like we get a bit further removed from the Super Bowl and like the recency bias of like all the hype that's involved in that. I assume all of the Patriots are going to start to fall. But I also like Kyle Williams. I also think Kyle Williams is a player not to forget. Shaheed feels like he can't be priced correctly. Until we get the free agency news on him, yeah, it's so difficult to know exactly where Shaheed's going to work out. But even if he stays with the Seahawks, which is, in my opinion, worst case scenario, he's a good pick here. Such a speedy guy. He used to be drafted in like the 110 range last 2 years. And I'm pretty convinced, honestly, that like he's just going to... I'm at pick 180 and Sharps is still on the board. I need running back. I'm going to take Sharps. I'll take Charbonnet at a big discount. We get a 26 pick discount on Charbonnet. But back to Shaheed real fast. Like wherever he goes, he's gonna be Spike Week Central, man. Like there's so much upside for Shaheed in best ball. He's a gross player in redraft because like to know confidently when you should be starting Shaheed is really hard to predict. But he's a guy that can give you a house call any given week, and he's so appealing for those reasons. Um, I'm gonna queue up Tank Bigsby because that's my boy, and if I miss out on him, I'm not gonna be upset. But yeah, I'll go Tank Bigsby. My receiver room is good enough. I'll just take Tank Bigsby. But I almost took Trey Harris there. I like him. I like Torrey Horton as well, but I have so much Torrey Horton. I gotta cool it. I was literally at like 65% Torrey Horton just a few days ago. Like maybe I'll pull it up because it's insane. um, at the end there, but my exposure on Torrey Horton is like ludicrous. I love grabbing booty. I grab booty as much as I can. As long as it's consensual, I will never stop grabbing booty. Um, but I think at 20% you can feel comfortable with it. 20% is usually like 20 to 25 is like the max I'll ever do in the regular best ball. But these days, I think in the big board, you should be having some very strong takes, and you should have some players that are like way, way overexposed. Because I passed on Pollard, Spears a great pick. I mean, yeah, at least the logic makes sense. At least there's some logic there. But I genuinely regret passing on Pollard for Mahomes a little bit, which sounds crazy to actually say out loud, given Mahomes can be the QB1. Yeah, never mind. I still think Mahomes is probably a fine pick. But that Jordan Love situation was tricky. Huhames agrees on Shaheed. Shaheed feels like a gem, a diamond in the rough in terms of the wide receiver ADPs. Shanzo sitting on 44% booty through 45 drafts. That's quite a big investment there. That's a lot. You've taken him fucking 20 times, bro? Damn. Do Booty and Kyle Williams kind of play the same role? They do. Yeah, they're both like deep threats, and Booty's keeping Kyle Williams off the field. But a year two breakout for Kyle Williams wouldn't shock me at all. Okay. I think I'm just gonna get. I'm gonna take. Actually, yes. I will take Ray Davis as the handcuff. I will take Ray Davis. I think that's actually a very good pick here. For this team specifically, I think that's actually a very nice pick. And then I will also scoop up Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers, I do not believe retires. And because I have Mahomes with the injury risk of him missing time, I think I do need a third. But honestly, I could have gotten away with just Caleb and Mahomes. I don't think that would have been bad. But Caleb is a big like spike week matchup dependent guy sometimes. Caleb does disappear and does hand it off a lot at times. I think in year two that won't be the case as much, but with the injury risk of Mahomes, I want a third 100%. Give me Rodgers. I believe Rodgers is a lock to play. And then I also think that if Mike McCarthy is his coach in Pittsburgh, he'll be even better. And then I'm still holding out hope that he's a Viking. I still think it's genuinely possible he's a Viking. Shanza Gunza, I got 3 May teams and 44% booty. I'm happy for you, Jamie. I'm glad it takes you rather than the other way around. Jamie just wilding out in the comments here. But as someone who is recently in a relationship, having booty in your life, you realize how much you miss it once it comes back. When it comes back, man, I missed it so much. Shout out my girlfriend if she's watching. Simone, I will see you this Valentine's Day. Yo, Valentine's Day gonna be lit. But I also don't want to talk about my girlfriend too much on YouTube. Let's leave that alone. Anyways, we have a 3-7-6-2 build. I think these last two picks are 100% wide receiver clicks. So I think I'm locked into that. I think with Kraft and Kincaid, I can get away with it. If there's one position I don't care, only having two, it's tight end. I think that's fine. Like, I've been trying to get more 7 running back builds a little bit lately. And then given where we are, I need some receiver talent this late. But I also have really good receivers. I could maybe get away with 7. Jamie, I don't really consider myself famous at all. Like, I don't want to be that guy from like LA that like brings this type of shit up, but like when you've worked on legit film sets like I have at times and you are with someone that's super famous, like it really puts into perspective that you do not have much fame at all. Like, I was doing background earlier this summer, like right before the season kicked off. I now it's aired, so I can talk about this, but I'm not allowed to talk about it before it airs. I did background on a show called St. Dennis Medical on NBC back in like late August. And I was put in a spot where I like had a moment to chat with one of the main actors. He humbled me so hard, bro. Like, I mean, maybe he was just being a dick, but like at the time I had like 6,500 subscribers, or like 67. So like I was below 7K. And, you know, I was like, do you like fantasy football? I have a YouTube channel where I give fantasy football advice. And he was like, oh, how many subscribers do you have? And I was like, oh, I've got about 6,700. And he was literally like, without missing a beat, this guy goes, weak. It was like, damn. I mean, I don't give a shit about your opinion, but like, that's not nice. I fucking got humbled fast. But like, you know, he's just in a different realm of what fame is, you know, like just the idea of like someone that's on an NBC. His name is David Allen Greer. He's maybe you've seen. I don't want to talk about it too much, but like I don't view it as fame at all. It's nice, but on another sense, it's kind of meaningless. Okay, but a little douchey, a little douchey, but like in the moment, it was like, damn, that that was mean. That was rough. Anyway, we go with Rashad Bateman as our final click. Anyway, okay, James Cook, Devon Achane at running back with T. Higgins, Tedero McMillan, Roma Dunze, Jordan Addison, Jaden Reed, Rashid Shaheed, Jeremy Bernard, a player I really like, and then lastly, Rashad Bateman. I think the receiving core is strong enough at the top. It really works. I love the middle round clicks I took. Addison, Jaden Reed, and Rashid Shaheed feel really, really nice for best ball specificity. And then our running back core, we waited for a while to get the RB3 with Kamara, but I think given the room I got with this little mini log down here with Spears, Sharbs, Bigsby, and Ray Davis, that makes me feel comfortable. And the reason I want Ray Davis on this team and feel like it's a good click, I am so committed to James Cook working out because of how long I waited for RB3. If Cook goes down at all, even if it's like 1 or 2 weeks, then I could miss out on advancing. I could miss out on finishing top 3. So because of that, give me the exact handcuff so that in those weeks when I'm missing out potentially, I get the guy I need. Like you know exactly that Ray Davis is going to smash in the week where James Cook is not playing. So I was heavily pro Ray Davis last year. James Cook stayed healthy. I was kind of worried about the contract situation. It is what it is. But especially at this price, I am not afraid of handcuffing Ray Davis when I have the room that I have. Kamara, super risky. Tajay, also very injury prone. Charbonnet already hurt with an ACL, so like who the fuck knows when he comes back. Bigsby might not get any touches behind Saquon, but if he does, could pop for top 10 production. And then Ray Davis, I would probably end up ranking like top 15 instantly if James Cook ever went down. So hyper fragile at the top with James Cook, Devon Achane, and then hyper risky with um the the depth I have, but like with 7 total, I think it works. I like it. Receiver T. Higgins, Tet, and Rome Odunze. I could easily see Tet McMillan not pan out at all. I think Flowers might be a better click. I think Egbuka could be a better click. I think Adams is probably a safer click. But he goes in the third. I've never taken him so far, and we got him to fall in the fourth. So fuck it, just for the exposure. I'll take Tet McMillan there. But we did end up expiring on the clock, so that was the plan, but not ideal for how it went. And then I did go Rome Odunze. I almost took Brian Thomas with the plan of stacking him with Trevor Lawrence, but didn't feel locked in that I could get T-Law to circle back. So I wanted to just lock up the stack I'm happy with, and I do think Caleb is going to be better than Trevor Lawrence. So Rome Odunze, Caleb. We took Kraft and Kincaid. That's a combo of 1-2 tight ends where I've invested enough and they're both good enough. I can stop with 2. We didn't draft a third. I think it's fine. But then at QB, we have Caleb, Mahomes, and Rodgers. I fully believe that Rodgers will be back next year. So if he's not, I'm going to be screwed. But it's such a late round investment. I think it's totally fine. Like after Brissett, yeah, give me Rodgers all day. I really like the price on Rodgers. I think he's just being forgotten and people are just fatigued, and some people still don't like him. People are still very out on just Rodgers as a person. So I think a lot of people are just like, nah, I don't want to click Rodgers, and then people just assume he's going to retire, but I don't think he will. So I think it will work out with Rodgers there as our third. I think we will at least get some points. And then yeah, I think this team is okay. Not bad, not elite, but like not bad at all. And then there's a chance it works out very well. I'm sure there's probably a team I like more than mine, but I think it went well. Not bad at all. But our running back room is a little risky if one of these guys goes down. If Achane gets hurt, I might be screwed. But that's the name of the game. Even if I'm fine, 9 of these 12 teams are not going to get their money back. Only 3 of the 12 teams will advance. So got to risk it every now and then. That's how it went. If you would like a team review, please let me know. But otherwise, I think I'm going to pass on that. I think I'm going to just log off most likely. We're at 19 likes and it's almost 7 p.m. I got to have some dinner soon. So, In Living Color. Yes, I believe he was on In Living Color. Yes. I think so. Thanks, Pepper Tony. Thanks for hopping in. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. And drop a like before y'all go if you can. Let's check the poll. I want to see how the poll went. How many of y'all hit the leave me alone button? 7%. That's nice. Sweet. Well, thank y'all for joining. Hope we had a good draft and stuff. But anyways, all good. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. I will see y'all next time. And again, if you have a channel, if you are in the fantasy space, I would love to hear from you. I would love to be in touch and hopefully get some collaborations going in the coming weeks and months. I would like to have more voices in the space, make some cameos on the channel, and I would gladly make a cameo on your channel as well. So niceandblunt@gmail.com is how you can contact me. And one final reminder before we go, I forget to do this quite often, but the folks at Underdog have been good to me. I should do this more often. Here it is. Promo code BLUNT on sign up for new customers. Everyone watching definitely has an Underdog account, so this is probably worthless. But play your first $5 and get 75 in bonus entries using promo code BLUNT on sign up. Link is in the description. Good luck to everyone. I will see y'all maybe tomorrow. I think I'm going to be here tomorrow because I got some weekend plans with my girl, and I do not want to wait until Monday to do the next stream. So yeah, look out for me tomorrow with another live stream. Probably around a similar time, most likely. Anyways, peace out, everyone. Goodbye.